So, hello everyone, and today is going to be the first ever, we've only done about 4 videos on this channel, but first ranking on this channel. And as I said last time, every fortnight there'd be every week there'd be a video coming out, but it'd be alternating between film review and a ranking, which normally would be based upon that film, or at least that film would be included in some format. Because I've written, well, not written, but I've got the ideas of what the rest of the episodes are going to be for a while. So yeah, today's ranking, as you've probably seen from the title, will be ranking all three from the film Iron Man 2008. All three suits, the Mark 1, 2, 3. So in version Mark 1 was the suit he builds in the cave, the big one, the big metal one that was quite big. And then Mark 2 was the silver one, which was more human sized. The silver one which he used, and then Mark 3 was the one he took out for properly fighting. It was the red and gold. It's not just ranking based on their looks or their power, sort of combining all like looks, power, the feelings, combining them all together to see which suit we prefer. And in number 3, I've gone with the Iron Man Mark II, and this will be questionable, so it's a choice because obviously they build up to get better in terms of like power and how good they are to use. It's obvious the Mark 1, here we go, 1, 2, 3, getting better. But the Mark 2, in reality, think about it, in the course of that film, what does it actually do? Obviously, there is, yes, in Iron Man 2, which obviously we haven't done Iron Man 2 yet, Rhodey uses it for, which he then converts to a War Machine suit. Judging based on the first film, all he does really is fly out into the air. It freezes and nearly kills him when he lands back in the ground, as if he hasn't nearly died enough in that film. So in reality, he doesn't really do much. Like, let's be honest here, there's not much that suit actually does. It looks cool because obviously it looks better than the Mark 1. It actually is a human body. It looks a bit like an actual suit. It looks better, and obviously nice shiny silver, but it doesn't really do much because he then bins it off and replaces it with the Mark 3. So next, obviously in number 2, I mean, yeah, this is going to be really quick, so I should probably talk about more. So yeah, again, not considering the Iron Man 2. Was going to consider Iron Man 2. Well, obviously there'd be more suits to consider, but it does that very suit does then get converted into a War Machine suit. Eventually, I might do the ranking. Don't know if I did of all 4 War Machine suits. You could do that. But yeah, because obviously the War Machine, and technically this War Machine could be considered as an Iron Man suit. Obviously, the hammer really upgrades the suit, which at point it then becomes incredibly powerful. But the suit we're judging at the moment, the Mark II, in reality, and it's not even the one we use for testing. Is it the one he used? Actually, no, he does do testing with bits of it. He does do testing with like some legs and some arm bits, but in reality, they end up all being. It then end up they're not the completed suit. They're just a hand or a foot, something like a boot, and there's not much that they're not actually the suit. Because yeah, the suit itself doesn't really do much. You don't see much of it. It's only a short period of time, and then he starts designing a new suit. So then, in second place, we have obviously, you probably guessed, gone with the Iron Man Mark 1, the original suit. I mean, I saw this. It is on the front cover of the first ever comic that Iron Man was in. That was the suit, that metal suit. Obviously, it was a comic, but that was the suit that was on the front cover of that comic. And that is the suit that he builds in the cave. And that suit, unlike the Mark II, you actually see it do stuff. Like, for example, well, when he gets out, you immediately see it's bulletproof. Because like as soon as he breaks down, as soon as the cave door goes bang, as soon as they come in and he walks out to them, you can see they shoot him, but they all ping off. So you immediately see he's built a bulletproof suit. And then you see that, and then he walks through, he's able to actually, somewhat at least, move in the suit, and he's actually able to, so you actually see him fighting real baddies, or real antagonists in the suit. You're able to see that. And sorry. And then obviously you see him launch the fire missile at the bald guy's head, which nearly kills him. You see again, incredible power of the suit, it actually does do something, which again, and which is remarkable as well. Because remember that there's just two people who built it in a cave out of parts that would build a missile. That's basically what he built it out of. So in reality, yeah, he did well. And then obviously it gets out of the cave, and then he uses the same suit, a flamethrower, which again he built out of parts for a missile in a cave, in the middle of nowhere, to then burn an entire campsite, which was full of bombs, which takes some balls to do. I'm not gonna lie. And then obviously, because igniting a bomb means a bomb goes, well, like a bomb would. It goes bang. So there is that. And then obviously we've got he then flies out. Yes, I will admit the Mark II can actually fly properly until you go to like really, really high in space, but I don't think many people need to do that. The Mark I, it does again out of a suit that was built in a cave with no like proper stuff to do it with. What he did was fly him out of there, and it saved him. I mean, yeah, he did crash into a desert and could have killed him then as well. But you actually see stuff that suit did. You actually see it as a protection from him, because he encounters with that suit real threat, and you know that if he just didn't have the suit, from that threat he would have died. But then obviously in the number one, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a shorter video today because in reality we're ranking three different things. The suits, ranking the three things, the suits. So yeah, it's not much, but yeah. So in first place we have the Iron Man Mark III. Obviously the bright red and gold, the classic, if you like, the classic Iron Man suit. I mean, it works as it's bulletproof. It could shoot things from his hand. It could fly properly. It did everything that he needed to do. Obviously later on, yes, in like Infinity War, he got like nanotech and all the different things. But to begin with, he was able to the suit did what he needed to do. Kept him safe. You could fly there. You could blow things up, shoot targets, shoot people with the lasers in his hand. He could do what he needed to do. A lot more than the Mark I, which could barely fly him in a straight line upwards before it then just stopped, and he went the other way and landed in the desert. To where it was anyway, to be fair. But yeah, the Mark III actually you see because when he goes back to their place, the place where he was being held captive, to another place from those people, he then saves them all, and there's one person he doesn't kill or whatever he does to them, whatever they end up being. That you could see that there was threat there, and it was actually the point at which in the film which he started to become a hero, and he's actually able to use the suit to benefit him. And then obviously later in the film, the suit gets a bit battered. In the final battle with Stain, it does get very battered, but the suit then there's still some bits. There's a few bits missing, but there's some bits of a suit left when he fights Stain, and that's and Stain's thing. He's a lot stronger than what he has, so you get some. Yeah, you can definitely get some credit there. I don't think there's really much else to add. Because, I mean, yeah, if you're ranking all Iron Man suits, when you consider the power and like the feeling, Iron Man, the Mark III, I think would be one of the highest there is, maybe even the highest, because not always powerful, but it worked as a suit, and then he was able to use it later on. So yeah, thank you for watching. Obviously, it's been a bit of a shorter video, only 9 minutes, just over 9 minutes that we're at. And yeah, thank you for watching. And so to conclude, we had the Mark II, Mark I, and Mark III in first place, due to, in reality, yeah, being the classic Iron Man suit, the only one that actually has Iron Man's colours that he kept throughout the whole MCU before he. Yeah, goodbye.